Well, that means it's time for Yourhammer or Lorehammer. It's a stupid game where Tom and I tell each other two tales of Warhammer lore. One is 100% accurate Lorehammer. The other is made-up nonsense Yourhammer. We have to guess which one's which. Would you like to go first, or shall I?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay, hit me.
Okay, so I have two very exciting tales for you.
Ooh.
And with the just out of curiosity, how familiar are you with Kislev?
Not very.
Perfect.
I know that Elsa is the queen and Boris is the old king.
Yep. Well, I have an amazing tale for you.
Hit me.
I did a lot of Kislev lore research recently.
Okay.
And so I've got one about a Chaos Warrior and one about Katarina's special practices.
Ooh. Okay, well, I will have the Chaos Warrior for my main course and the sexy practices for pudding.
Okay, so are you familiar with Caleb Dark?
Oh my god, is he a tortured soul?
Caleb Dark, tortured soul. So there's this guy called Caleb Dark.
Yeah.
He's a Chaos Warrior. But Destiny has brought him that he went to work for King Zoltan of Prague.
Right.
And he fights against the hordes of chaos who have stolen the key, which opens a magic box where the Kislev goddess lives in Prague.
Okay. So they keep their god in a box and someone stole the key.
The goddess is stuck in a box. Chaos has got the key. Caleb Dark, the Chaos Warrior. He has been prophesied to fight.
Oh my god, the prophecy. To get the key and unleash the goddess.
Yeah, to save them. And he has an axe with the head of a demon pterodon, which drains souls.
Wow.
Caleb Dark.
Well, did he do it? Yeah, it's yet to be seen.
It's yet to be seen. Caleb Dark. Yeah, the prophesized hero of Kislev.
What made him turn good?
You know, he's got reasons. Prophecy, part of it.
Right, of course.
Fates with the gods.
Ooh. Zinch's many mysteries.
No, not Zinch.
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell. But yeah, so Caleb Dark working for King Zoltan.
Okay, King Zoltan.
Zoltan.
I mean, that sounds like nonsense. What else you got?
Okay, so pretty sure that Tsarina Katerina fucks her horse.
Ooh, what, like Catherine the Great didn't?
Maybe not.
Because there was a rumor, I don't know how true it is, but people say Catherine the Great fucked a horse.
So
the Tsarina of Russia, of real life Russia.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Oh. Well, so I may be reading into things a little bit. And also distracting from what the real story is about, which is Kalistran Super Horse. So
tell me, he sounds like a real Kremlo.
So he is the next Kremlo. Kremlo is out. Kremlo. Right. Kalistran Super Horse is not his name.
I love him.
So Kalistran is the horse that Tsarina rides and is known as the Spirit of Winter.
Oh.
And every time that...
Where is she? Right, you'd think they'd be a picture of her. Yeah.
In Kislev.
Yeah.
So every time that Chaos is about to attack Prague, there you go, there's Kalistran.
Super Horse!
Every time Chaos is about to attack Prague, the Spirit of Winter turns up, who is a beautiful white-haired man, and arrives and goes and has private council until dawn with Katerina.
Oh my!
and then she will emerge, and he is gone, and now the horse Calistran is there.
Ooh.
So they're kind of one and the same. And
Right.
so she only goes to battle in the most dire circumstances, and he only turns up in the most dire circumstances.
Right.
Hence,
Oh my god.
she rides Calistran,
After-
super horse.
After he's ridden her, she rides him.
So it was just they have private counsel until the early hours of the morning, and like he turns up as a man. Why doesn't he just turn up as a horse?
Yeah. Why does he need to turn into a man? What can man do that horse can't do?
Well, it sounds like horse can do a lot fucking more because horse once it jumped over the sea of claws.
That's a huge bit of water.
Also, it leapt to the top of a mountain, turned into an avalanche, and destroyed a Chaos Army.
Wow. Do that one again.
Calistran.
Hey, Calistran, there's another Chaos Army. Can you do the thing? And he's like, "Whew, I was up real late last night. Nay, I can't do it.
No, I can't possibly. And so Calistran Superhorse, all these cool abilities, but in tabletop, he gave her a 5-up ward save.
Oh, you may have just finished it. I was on board. I was on board with Calistran Superhorse. But now I have no memory of her having a 5-up ward save from her horse.
So, Calistran Superhorse, or Caleb Dark.
Oh, Caleb
the Chaos
Dark.
Warrior who works for Kislev.
Bleh. So I know that there is a book that I've not read about these boys. And there's two brothers, and one of them is a Kislev horse lancer, and the other one becomes like a chaos man.
Riders of the Dead.
So maybe in that book that what I have not read, he like comes back and is like, "Oh, I'm a brother. Even though I'm a chaos warrior, I have to come back and help you." Maybe.
I can just tell you, no, that's not how it happens.
Oh, okay.
Because at the end of that book, spoilers, the two brothers duel, and the Chaos one pauses. He's like, "My human brother," and doesn't swing, whereas the other one just sees a Chaos guy and.
Shit. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for this book that came out 20 years ago.
Oh, shit. Okay, because I was wondering, because I know you've read that book.
Yes.
And I've not, so I thought maybe that's where old
Caleb Dark.
Caleb Dark came from.
Caleb Dark, but spelled D-A-A-R-K.
Dark.
Dark.
Well, I want Calistran Superhorse to be true.
Calistran
Superhorse.
Like,
Because that really feels like an old... Because Kislev didn't get a lot of lore in the last days of Warhammer. It got a lot of lore back in the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay days. And that sounds like a real fucking fantasy roleplay story.
Calistran Superhorse. Yeah.
I reckon that came straight out of the like Something's Rotten in Kislev source book for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Because they love their god spirit arriving and turning into shit. That happens all the time in those books.
Yeah, it does.
I've not read that book, but it feels like it's got that energy. So I'm going with Superhorse's truest Lorehammer.
Calistran. Yeah. Do you think?
Well, Johnny
interpretation-
Darkblade is your hammer.
So, do you think that she fucks the horse?
Yeah. No, well, she fucks the man who turns
She fucks
into
the
a
man,
horse.
but then she rides.
Yeah, because I think they put that in there because of the Catherine the Great reference.
Oh.
Did Catherine the Great sleep with a horse? I've got like half remembered things about this.
Catherine the Great died while having sex with a horse.
It's like one of these enduring myths. The story holds that a harness holding a horse above her broke and she was crushed by it
Oh my god.
while attempting sexual intercourse with a stallion.
Oh my god.
And since Katerina the Great of Russia is, the historical analogy.
Catherine the Great is
Katerina of Kislev. I feel like they couldn't help but put a reference to that in, especially back in the 80s, early 90s when those Warhammer Fantasy roleplay books were written.
Yeah. Well, holy shit. You're wrong!
No!
Yeah.
You just happened to come up with a similar story that you didn't even know about.
Like pure happenstance. No, Tsarina Katerina rode a warhorse.
Just one attack strength, 3 warhorse.
No special rules.
Oh, no. I got Kremloed.
You got Kremloed.
It was just a better story.
Yeah, it's just a warhorse. Whereas
Johnny Dark.
Caleb Dark. So Caleb Dark was an old Warhammer comic book.
Oh, was he the one that Malal? Is he the champion of Malal?
He is the champion of Malal.
I knew there was a champion of Malal who fights other Chaos champions. I didn't know that was his name.
But look, he's got his Demon Pterodon axe that chats and it sucks people's life.
Oh, amazing. This might be the reason why you don't get Malal in Warhammer anymore, because I bet the guy who wrote this comic invented it and has the rights.
Oh. But I like that you've got the it's like the king of Kislev, but it is called the Grand Duchy of Kislev, which wouldn't have a king. Idiots. Idiots.
Dickheads.
But his Caleb Dark.
Wow.
Isn't he dark and moody?
Yeah.
And here is the goddess Arianka.
Oh, wow. Frozen in like a block of ice.
Who's frozen in time. And Caleb Dark, look at that dark eye. He has to go and get the key back from other Chaos. Caleb Dark.
Wow.
And so I don't know what happened because I think there was only one issue. But
even better.
But everything I said was true. Yeah. All that stuff did happen. But I'm so sad that my boy, my super horse.
Oh, well, that's now my headcanon.
I was thinking it up last night and I was like, fuck, this is kind of cool. It sounds like Warhammer.
Yeah, it does.
It turning into an avalanche, killing a chaos army. That sounds like such a throwaway line that they just put in.
Yeah.
And like, why don't you use that all the time? Like, that's a Warhammer thing. But
amazing. Okay. So I've got 2 stories. Ooh. 2 stories about 40k lore.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
One of them's about my boy.
My boy!
Old Uriel Ventris.
Oh, God.
Greatest ultramarine of all time.
Well, if he's the greatest, he'd be in the first company, surely.
Bam.
Not B Squad.
Not fucking Green Cape.
Yeah, like...
Come on, dude.
Come on, dude. Can't be that good.
Yeah, you're literally like 4th best.
Yeah. Okay.
So, old Uriel Ventris, he's had many escapades.
Well, he was in the Sword of Kalath and 6 previous novels, so 7. At least 7 escapades. 7
ridiculous adventures that have included defeating a shard of the Nightbringer Catan.
Yep, I believe that.
He's also defeated a Tyranid Nord Queen to like temporarily save a planet from being eaten because they all got like brain frazzled.
Wow.
Because the Nord Queen wasn't in charge of them anymore.
Okay.
But because he killed the Nord Queen, he had to abandon his men to the Tyranids.
Oh no.
And old Magnus Kraglar was like, you're a naughty boy. That's against the Codex Astartes. Spacebook says no. So instead of the summary execution for breaking the Codex Astartes that is normally the law, because you're such a good and noble chap, I give you the offer of like a penitent crusade.
Okay.
So he sends him off into the Eye of Terror. It's like the long walk for a judge.
Yeah, yeah.
You're never going to make it out of the Eye of Terror. So he goes to the Eye of Terror and he decides the best thing he can do is to like go to the Iron Warrior homeworld, Perturabo's demon planet.
Oh yeah, fuck. What's that called?
I can't remember. And he finds out that they're like making new Chaos Marines there.
Uh-huh.
So to stop that happening, he like smashes a magic crystal that contained a Bloodthirster.
Oh. And
they were harnessing its power. But the Bloodthirster comes out and just starts fucking smashing everything up. Mm-hmm. And while it was smashing everything up, it smashed like this demon engine that was there.
Uh-oh.
And this demon engine was like a giant
Crab.
train. It was this giant train that the Iron Warriors used to like get into battle. And inside it had like a demon prince that was like bound within it. This giant like steam locomotive.
Okay, sure.
And the demon within it was like stuck in the train. But the Iron Warrior like warsmith who rode it into battle got defeated by the Bloodthirster and stuck into the furnace of the train.
Oh no.
Which like the demon trapped in the train like consumed his energies and became free of his like train prison.
Right.
And possessed this Iron Warrior guy.
Okay.
And then the Bloodthirster and the Iron Warrior like had a big fight, while Uriel Ventris is like destroying the How to Make New Chaos Marines factory. Mm-hmm. And as the two are like smashing each other apart, he jumps on the train, which can travel through like warp space, and just fucking choo-choo, mother truckers, and like flies home.
Okay. Wow.
And just turns up in a demon train, and no one gives a shit.
Oh. Okay, I like it. I like. How did it fly? Surely it needed the demon to drive the train, like be the engine.
Magic, isn't it?
Space Marine magic.
Yes,
If you wish hard enough.
If you wish hard enough on the demon train.
Okay, I like Demon Train. That's fun. Yeah, all of that stuff sounds dumb.
That's just one of many Uriel Ventris escapades.
Yeah, like I've not really read a lot of this like Space Marine worship porn books where they just someone is like, no, the Space Marine's so good he can do anything he wants, and so I don't really know the tone on is that too far? Is that like not far enough? You're like, well, Ben, you play it really, really safe with that story.
Yeah, that's like a real like C-tier Space Marine like.
There was only one
porn.
Bloodthirster in there. Was it not a planet of Bloodthirsters that he collided into it with the force of his iron will?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, I like it. It's bonkers. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my other story is, I'm trying to remember it all now. So you know the Inquisition.
Yes.
All right. There's many, many orders of the Inquisition.
Yes.
It's another one of Ben's lesser-known
Okay,
orders of the
perfect.
Inquisition.
Yeah.
I think this is my third or fourth one of these.
Yeah, there's been a few,
So,
but it's good because they're getting lesser and less known.
the longer you go in. So there's an order of the Inquisition that specializes in like fact-checking exterminatuses. Okay. So you do an exterminatus. You declare an exterminatus because a planet has been lost to the forces of chaos, and you virus bomb the world and you clean it of all life. And then, like a couple of years down the line, like an auditor turns up. And it's like, why exactly did you have to do the exterminatus on this planet?
Yeah.
I need it for my inquisitorial records. And it turns out, like 95% of exterminatuses are like unjustifiable.
Right.
And the inquisitor in charge is like taken away to a black cell and like never seen again.
Okay. Yeah.
The problem is, though, this procedure doesn't act as a deterrent because the Inquisition is incapable of mistakes. They always cover up what's happened.
Oh.
So no one ever knows
that it's been done badly.
that it's been done, that you shouldn't do an exterminatus unless you really have to, because otherwise the auditors will come for you.
Oh.
So every time because so many exterminatuses happen, all the other Inquisitors think it's fine. And they don't know that actually you've got to have a really good reason or the men will come for you.
Yeah.
And it's just this like ridiculous system that doesn't like cover its own back.
I like it. That's a really cool like fucked up premise. Man, and like, God, boringly, I'm gonna have to say that it's false because the other one is that makes sense, and I really like it as the machinations of the Imperium, whereas the other one I hate. And I feel like a Space Marine, there's only so many times you can just stab a Hive Tyrant or stab the Avatar of Cain. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to ride the Doom Train every now and again.
Every now and again, you got a Doom Train.
You gotta fucking jump. There's jumping the shark. Like, I guess we're gonna bring out the Doom Train this week, guys. So fuck. I hate it, but I can believe not only can I believe that it is true, I can believe so many Space Marine nerds fucking loved it. They're like, oh, the Space Marines are so good. So yeah, I'm saying that.
Right.
I'm saying that
It's so stupid, it must be true.
I hate it, and I feel like looking at this guy,
He looks like he'd ride a Doom train.
he looks like he'd be involved in a fucking story like that. Or that's the story he would tell. Yeah. That's I'm going that way because I like that Inquisitor one. That sounds cool. That sounds like a really fun idea. It sounds like how the Imperium would work. Lots of weird.
So you think it's too bait? Like I must have made it up because it's so in keeping.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I feel like it would work in the system, and I do like it as it's of this fucked up bureaucracy. I could imagine that was the case. Yeah, the Inquisition probably paints itself as infallible, but Doom Train. That's just dumb.
Choo choo!
Choo choo, motherfuckers! It's me on the Doom Train.
You're right. The Doom Train is real.
Fuck. Yeah. Sorry,
It's too dumb.
you made something I liked a lot and hated the.
Choo choo!
Oh my god! If that was in canon art and it was fucking Thomas the Tank Engine, I would love it so much. I have seen this picture before. Really fucking cool.
I was hoping you'd seen this before and then assumed I'd seen it and made a story up about it.
Oh, okay.
But it turns out this thing fucking exists, and this guy, like old URIEL Ventris, wrote it to escape a demon world.
See, I think I would have thought that it was made up until he rode it back home through space. Because I don't think
that was too far.
I don't think you would have left like a plot hole in there like that.
How does the train fly?
Like, how does it makes you ask so many questions about this train, and I don't think you would have made something that dumb.
It's got a stupid name that I can't remember how to spell.
Doom Train?
No, it's called like the Demontica
Train.
Train. No, that's the cursed thing. Well, let's just go to the source, shall we?
Oh, sweet. Let's just read along through the book.
No, it's this one here.
There. The Omphalos Demonium. This
Where?
guy. Called the... This guy?
Yeah, that's the one.
It resembled a huge steam train. Sure. What? Like, okay.
And this story just reads like absolute nonsense. Like, he was once a demon of corn, existed for slaughter. He was defeated by another demon called the Heart of Blood and trapped within a demon engine and bound to serve the Iron Warriors. And it worked for a man called the Slaughterman. Then the Slaughterman was defeated and he fed into the engine and then he was free. Then he possessed him. Then he planned revenge, but then the demon killed him and then choo-choo all the way home for URIEL Ventris. It's like, what is happening here? What is this story? I'm sure it reads better when you read the whole book, but these two paragraphs are like a child telling you about a dream they had.
So what happened? Like, what? He rides it back to fucking Ultramar and lands a demon train on Ultramar. I feel like...
that gets you executed immediately, right?
Yeah.
How did you pilot this thing through the warp? And without being corrupted?
Yeah, you step off. Like, I feel like some Inquisitors are going to be like, there is no fucking way that you are not totally fucked right now. Wow. What a boy. Yeah, that is well, I feel like I like to think I managed to logic reason out
You totally logic
those pretty well.
Honk honk.
Yes, that's how it looked.
I prefer this one, personally. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that's cool.
this is the number one search result, so this is what it looks like.
I love that it's giant bones for the track and like blood as well. Ugh, God, it's so dumb.
Oh.
Yeah, man, I wish there was more trains in 40k.
Yeah. I've seen some. Someone made some Titanicus scale trains that looked
3D
fucking
printed
amazing. Should we Google them?
Yes, you can. That's how it's described, with a giant golden skull, tracks made of bones and blood. That is like Babby's first describing a demon world.
Yeah. Was this the one? This is quite fun. Choo-choo, little...
They're nice, but that isn't the one.
That's not the one I've seen, no.
It was like in a Gothic city terrain pack, so they had made electrical pylons.
Yeah, I'd seen the same one, but it was a while ago, and I can't remember how to track it. Oh, because I spot Titanicus wrong. That doesn't help. Ooh, was it this one? That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
I guess that's the problem. You can't really have them in 40k. They'd be way too big, but they work for like epic scale.
You can have planes.
Yeah, you can, can't you? Choo-choo.
Yeah, really fucking cool.
There you go, guys. If you're looking for a hobby project, turn this into this for your little Demon World terrain project.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Bam. Wow. 2-0 for you, Tom. Well done. It's a good week to be Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, hating Demon Train. And I'm very proud of Calistran Superhorse.
Yeah, that was a good one.
He's like, I now kind of think of that as loose cannon. That's what I'm going to call a horse. Can someone like prep a mod to change the name of her horse in Warhammer 3 to Calistran?
Yes, please. That should be an easy mod, right?
Yeah. Just, I just want that. I just want that in my life.